Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a olive quill Klinkhammer. The hook I have in the vise is a curved shank. This is a size 16. It's one extra light. I'm going to use olive thread. This is 50 or 60 denier. You want something small on these small flies. We're going to start off, we're going to wrap the thread halfway back, and then we're going to come back half of that. And that's where our wing post is going to go. For our wing post, I have white closed cell foam, and this is about 1/8 of an inch or 3/16. I cut a wedge from it. We're going to tie that in, and we're going to wrap down that wedge. Hold it tight and make some tight wraps right there, and then tightly wrap it towards the rear. You want to try to keep most of it on the top of the hook. But when you get down to that real small stuff, it's going to just ride around on you anyway. Make sure that is standing up there. And then I'm going to come back down. Now for our tail, I have a bootlace that I took apart. I unbraided it. And we're going to take just a small amount on this size of a fly. I might even just trim that down a little bit more. Or divide it again. We're going to tie this in. And we're going to go around the hook shank slightly. Now I have a Polish quill. It is an olive. And you can see the two different colors there. We're going to tie it in so that the dark is on the bottom. Make sure that it's well soaked before you use it. And we're going to bring our thread up to that wing post. Now we can take our Polish quill and start wrapping that. I'm going to use UV cure on this, but if you don't have UV cure, put some head cement on the shank before you start wrapping your quills. And keeping that dark side of the quill to the bottom when we tie it in ensures that we get the nice two-tone color. I'm going to wrap that right up to the wing post and then tie that off. Take that and tie it down in front of the wing post. Just make sure it's secured pretty good. Secure it wherever you have the opportunity to secure it. Now I'm going to take my Deer Creek Diamond Fine UV resin, and I'm just going to put a small drop on there. There we go. Now I'm going to spread it with my bodkin needle. And just make sure you get a light coating on everything. And we'll just let that sit for a couple of seconds only, and it will quickly level out. Take our UV light. Need to put a new battery in this. Just a couple of seconds all the way around, and you have a 100% tack-free coating. Now I'm going to trim that tail down, and we want that tail to be no more than the length of the shank. Even half the shank will be good. Now I'm going to take the blue dun hackle, and we're going to tie this in. We're going to tie it in first in front of the wing post. And when we get to the wing post, we're going to go up the wing post with it. Hold on to that foam and wrap that up. With this foam, sometimes you have to take a big jump on it. Because this foam squashes very easily. There we go, I got a big jump on that one now. And I'm going to wrap that back down. Just pull hard and it will collapse it, but you don't want to pull too hard so you rip it. And we're coming back down. Now I'm going to take a single strand of peacock herl, and I'm going to tie that in. And we're going to wrap that. Just around the thorax area. Need to get a couple of wraps there on that. Take it in, you could give it a figure 8 to make sure you get everything underneath. And then we can secure that. Remove that excess. And now we can wrap our hackle. And we're going down the wing post. And now we're going to secure the hackle to the wing post. Put a couple of wraps under and a couple of wraps on top. And now I'm going to remove the excess. Now we can take our whip finisher, and I'm going to whip finish it to the wing post 3 times. Keep that whip finish in there. Keep the hook in there. And put some head cement on the left side of the thread. And pull that in, and that's secured. Remove the thread, and now we're going to trim that wing post. Because it's white, you can see it really good, so you can trim that really low. So you have that little button there. And here we have an olive quill Klinkhammer. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends, leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.